War Eagle, everybody. This video is designed to show you the process of signing up for O-Days here on Auburn's campus. The first thing you're going to need to do this is to find the AUinvolve website. To do this, you can Google AUinvolve and click the first link that appears, or you can find this through your AU Access. Once you're on this homepage, you're going to go up to the top right-hand corner and click the blue sign-in button. From here, you'll be brought to a page that looks like this, and you will log in using your Auburn credentials. Once you're all logged in, your homepage should look something like this, where your memberships are listed at the top. Then you can see some upcoming events that Auburn has, and then just some resources at the bottom. From here, you're going to go and hit the button in the top left corner that has the 3 lines. You can scroll and select the organization that you are trying to create an event for. You should see a wheel to the right side of the organization's name if you have Manage Access. Once you click this wheel, there's a list of things you can choose from. We're going to select events. Once you're on the events page, you should be able to see a list of all of the events that your organization has coming up, or you can even find some past events. But what we're going to do today is we're going to create a new event for O-Days. Once you hit Create Event, you're going to be brought to this page that serves as the general form for any event you want for your organization. This can include meetings, events on campus, and stuff like O-Days, O-Week, etc., etc. So from here, I'm just going to fill out a test event that we can walk through together. So I'm going to put something like the Involvement Ambassadors Tabling at O-Days. And I'm going to say this is a learning event. The next thing you're going to fill out is a brief description of your event, and then you can select if there are any organizations co-hosting this with you. The next thing you're going to do is go through and put your date and your start and end times. We're going to leave it the same for the purposes of this video. And then you select a location. For things like O-Days and O-Weeks, you will select the Haley Concourse. You have the option to provide a helpful map, or you can choose to not show one, and for the purposes of this video, we're going to not include a map. You'll hit save, and there's your location. You can change who can see this event, but we're going to keep it the general public, and then you're going to go to event categories. This is a long list of things that you can scroll through and see what applies to your event. So for O-Days, we're going to pick First 56 because I'm selecting an O-Day date that is in the First 56 timeline. And then we're also going to select on campus because it's happening here on the Haley Concourse, and we're going to select tabling, but you can choose what applies to you. And then for perks, we'll just say that you can get some free stuff if you come to our event. The next page walks you through some RSVP settings, so you can choose who can or cannot RSVP to this event, and you can ask them questions. So if you want somebody to let you know any dietary restrictions they have before they RSVP to your event, you can include that here, but we're going to skip this for the purposes of our event. The next page is kind of similar. We're going to skip it for now, but this is event ratings. So if you want to get feedback from attendees after the event is over, you can include some questions that you want them to answer. The very next page allows you to upload a fun cover photo. You can choose to do this. It is completely optional. So we're going to press skip for now. And then you're going to continue to the custom fields. Now we're kind of in the big detailed part of the event form that we really need to pay attention to. So this first page walks you through some general event information, the campus event planning system, and what those events look like that need to be put into this portal, the student organization social event policy, and if you have any questions, it lists our contact information. So once you read through all this and you feel like you understand it pretty well, you're going to click that you've read and understand the information above, and then you're going to go through and you're going to answer some specific questions about your organization. So you are going to pick the type of organization that you are, and then the specific type of event that you're doing. So for today, we're doing O-Days tabling, which it says will occur from 10 to 2. So we'll hit that, and then you will provide a detailed description of the event. Again, for our purposes, I'm just going to put test. And then you'll go through and you'll list the primary contacts information and your organization's advisor information on this form. And once that's all done, you can hit next. For some additional information, we're going to go and answer some more questions about our location. So our location is going to be on campus, it's going to take place outside, it's not in the student center, and we haven't reserved our location yet. So we can skip this part about uploading confirmation. The projected attendance, we'll just say 50, but you can answer that according to what you expect your event to have. And it's not going to have an attendance of over 100. and we're not sponsoring with another org. Now you're going to go in and put your starting time and your ending time, and for O days that is already determined, and so I'm just going to fill in these with my answers. And then the event will not include off-campus attendees. We don't have promotional materials. We're not serving food or beverage or alcohol. It is open to others. It's not just closed to our organization members because we want to recruit some new members through tabling. It is not a competition. We won't sell any items or services. We won't have any decorations or music. There will be no minors. We will not involve more than one outdoor vendor, no high-risk activities, no insurance, and then just understanding that if we've selected yes to any of these, there might be some more kind of questions we have to answer from there. This page has a lot to answer, but it's all just what applies to your group's specific event. Then we'll hit next. And so here we're brought to tabling events. So we're going to go again and we're going to select that we are picking weekly O days. There's a brief explanation of what all these tabling events are right here in this blue box. But once we select that, we'll hit next. And then we get to pick our weekly O day sign up. Now, when you get to this point, you can only pick one date. So if you want to table more than once in the semester, you'll have to come and fill this out another time. But this just reminds you that availability for O days is first come, first serve, and these are the dates that you can select from. So we'll hit next. Then you're brought to another blue box of just some information about outdoor event policies, cancellations, reservations, and just a lot of other information that you need to know. Once you read through this, you'll just acknowledge that you've read it and you understand it. Then you'll hit next. And then this is the last page that you'll be brought to, which is just some info about the mobile check-in if you're planning on utilizing that at your event. So once you read this and you understand it all, you'll hit next one more time. The very last page you're going to be brought to is just a review page of your entire event. So you can go back and you can click on any of these subsections and change any information that you think you might need to, look over anything else, and when you're finally done doing all of that, you can hit the submit button. I hope that this helps you understand the process of signing up for O days and creating an event in general. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at involve@auburn.edu.